Apple Computer's co-founder Steve Jobs was one of the richest people in the universe. Sadly, he died in 2011 and left a 10.2 billion net worth. But despite his fortune, the late Steve Jobs maintained a simple lifestyle. However, he also enjoyed a few luxuries in life, and one of the most expensive things he bought is his super yacht, and he named it Venus. And that's what we're going to talk about today, so please stay tuned. Hi guys, this is Jose Enrico from Modern Luxury, and today, let's talk about the inside of Steve Jobs' mega yacht. And before we get started, make sure you click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos. Together with Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs co-founded Apple Computers, and under Jobs' guidance, the company pioneered a series of revolutionary technologies, including the iPhone and iPad. For those of you who don't know him well, Steve Paul Jobs is an American inventor, designer, and entrepreneur who was the co-founder, chief executive, and chairman of Apple Computers and Apple's revolutionary products, which include the iPhone and iPad, are now seen as dictating the evolution of modern technology. Jobs' biological parents are a graduate from the University of Wisconsin who gave him up for adoption. His mother is Joanne Schibel. Joanne worked as a speech therapist, while his father, Abdul Fattah John Jandali, was a Syrian political science professor. Shortly after Jobs was placed for adoption, his biological parents married and had another child, Mona Simpson. Luckily, Jobs was adopted by Clara and Paul Jobs and named him Stephen Paul Jobs. Clara worked as an accountant, and Paul was a Coast Guard veteran and machinist. He lived with his adoptive family in Mountain View, California, within the area that would later become known as Silicon Valley. And as a boy, Steve and his father worked on electronics in the family garage. His father would show him how to take apart and reconstruct electronics, a hobby that instilled confidence, tenacity, and mechanical prowess in young Jobs. Steve Jobs became a prankster in elementary school, and in his fourth grade teacher needed to bribe him to study. After high school, Jobs enrolled in Reed College in Portland, Oregon, but dropped out of college after 6 months and spent the next 18 months dropping in on creative classes at the school. And in the year 1974, Jobs took a position as a video game designer with Atari. Months later, he left the company to find spiritual enlightenment in India, traveling further and experimenting with psychedelic drugs. Jobs met the love of his life, Laureen Powell, in the early 1990s at Stanford Business School, where Powell was an MBA student. They got married on March 18, 1991. Love lived together in Palo Alto, California, and were blessed with 3 children, Eve, Reed, and Erin. He also fathered a daughter, Lisa, with girlfriend Kristen Brennan in 1978, but denied paternity of his daughter in court documents, claiming he was sterile. One day, Lisa Brennan Jobs later wrote about her childhood and relationship with Jobs in her book Small Fry, published in 2018, and in 1980, Lisa wrote, DNA tests revealed that she and Jobs were a match, and he was required to begin making paternity payments to her financially struggling mother. Jobs did not initiate a relationship with his daughter until she was 7 years old. When she was a teenager, Lisa came to live with her father. Steve Jobs was undeniably smart, but he is directionless, dropping out of college and experimenting with different pursuits before co-founding Apple with Steve Wozniak in 1976. He left the company in 1985, launching Pixar Animation Studios, then returned to Apple more than a decade later and died in 2011 following a long battle with pancreatic cancer. Steve Jobs and his friend Larry Ellison spent several summers together in Ellison's yacht, and it resulted in him wanting his own yacht. And in 2008, he asked the French designer Philippe Starck to create his dream yacht, and there, Venus, the mega yacht, was created. Venus was designed in collaboration with Philippe Starck and built in the Netherlands by the Fedship shipyard in Aalsmeer, and Steve Jobs spent over $141 million on his yacht, but unfortunately passed away. Before it was completed, now Venus belongs to his widow Lawrence Powell Jobs, which recently took it out to St. Martin in the Caribbean. The very luxurious Venus is a 256-foot-long super yacht is made of aluminum and steel, with sleek lines reminiscent of Apple's products, and features glass which was created by the same chief designer as the iconic Apple stores. It was completed 1 year after Jobs' death, 2012, but until now, only photos of its exterior had been taken. Stark revealed in his interview with the French Vanity Fair that the super yacht contains 6 bedrooms and a system that allows communication between the kids' living quarters in the front and the adults' quarter in the back of the ship. And according to Isaacson's biography, as expected, the planned yacht was sleek and minimalist. The teak decks were perfectly flat and unblemished by any accoutrements. Like an Apple store, the cabin windows were large panes, almost floor to ceiling, and the main living area was designed to have walls of glass that were 40 feet long and 10 feet high. Unfortunately, they only released very few details about the Venus interior, as Jobs made sure that it would be covered in a veil of secrecy. That's it for today, guys. If you want to see more about celebrities or other luxurious lifestyles, please do check the other videos on this channel, and consider hitting a like, subscribe, and share to be updated on our latest videos. See you in our next video!